this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that.
Not bad. Hello? Jesus Christ Almighty. My bad. One of these days, one of these days, without a hitch, one of these days, one of these days, one of these days. Oh, God damn it. I'm so sorry. It, wa- it wasn't plugged in. Or I must have, I think maybe my hand was on it and it got unplugged, but I'm sorry. What I was saying, I was just going through the comments. I like the stream. I told Morgan to like the stream. I don't, Headon's too important to forget he existed. Dislike the stream, then like the stream. You said not bad, then mute yourself. Oh, okay. I'm mute. No, talking to himself. He low key spin though. Headon clout god. We can hear him. There you go. We good. You were saying you were speechless about the chapter. I didn't say that. You know it's a classic stream when we start without sound. I'm so sorry. Well, all right. How did y'all feel about it though? Before I really hop into my how I felt about it, I thought it was good. I did not expect to go straight into the flashback. I really didn't. We did. And what we got was interesting from the standpoint. I really liked the Traumer scene where he's talking about the flower, where I felt like this weird way of trying to get us to understand his personality from the standpoint of I think he genuinely likes to see things go outside of his expectation, like with the flower that came and bloomed and he didn't expect it. Like a lot of cool stuff like that. Obviously, seeing the younger family heads, we saw that this was right after they completed their climb, we are guessing that the split with V and Arlene has taken place, but we were speculating that it didn't the war didn't happen yet. You know what I'm saying? But they've already kind of, made their allegiances and whatnot. Can you focus, camera? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Anyways. What did you miss? Nothing. I was muted. The freaky origins of the Zoo Master. I actually jumped out of my chair when Headon appeared. I wasn't expecting him at all. I didn't expect him, but I didn't forget about him. Was my point. Because it was interesting that he was called the most transcendent being in the tower. That's interesting. He said mixed. Back, I'm hyped though. Give me lore. Hope this flashback goes on for 4 chapters. Yeah, I'm thinking I said I wanted 6 more weeks, but obviously execution is everything. As long as it's good, it's good. But I don't know. But I like what we're getting so far. I hope we see Traumer interact with Headon, V, and Arlene. I'd imagine SCU isn't going to introduce the others here. We kind of spoke about that. I don't think we're gonna see 2 Puri and stuff like that. But the ones we already know of. The data versions we've seen and the ones who they have to interact with, I think we'll see. Scobe brought up a really interesting question in terms of what exactly is Gustang absorbing? Because he's trying to read his memories from his book. But is he... It seems like a lot of this stuff is being told from Traumer's point of view. So is he actually somewhat absorbing Leviathan's memories and not his? And the book memories and not his, or is he getting both? Some people are just saying we're just going to we're gonna get the whole flashback, but I did find out an interesting little tidbit there. I think the last time we saw Headon was the name hunt station when Elaine was sent into the tower. Yeah, in the flashback, but actually seeing him pretty much was the first time we came into the tower. A lot of people were saying final villain confirmed, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go that far, but I do think he's a lot more important than he lets on. And he might be the ultimate guardian administrator in the tower because he guards the first floor and guides irregulars. So I think he's a lot more important than he seems. We got Gustang's first mentioning of the workshop. That's it. That's cool. Leviathan memories, both I agree. I can see Gustang writing about the events of what happened, and Traumer stories are included. I guess the question is how and why would he know the internal feelings and emotions of Traumer though? Where did I see that? How did you remember the parts you weren't there for? In the flashback, I can't remember where I saw that, but it's I don't know. I think Max Seth is the true villain. Traumer called him a repulsive person. When you say the true villain, what do you mean by true villain? Just he's just an antagonistic character or the absolute mastermind of the tower? What do you mean by that? Because remember, there's an inner and outer workshop too, unless you're saying he really runs both of them. Traumer used Gustang as a diary. It's interesting that we started with Enkidu and Traumer. I wonder if the flashback will give some chronological order to it. Traumer's trauma came before Gustang's issues would end. That's what I was wondering, if he's going through Traumer's memories first, then his, or depending on what they both forgot, where it fits into the timeline, it's just going to go in order. I don't know, though. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z abridged. There we go. Yeah. I was like, was that Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? Was that Code Geass abridgment? Was that Team 4-Star? I couldn't remember which one. But I remember it's how did you remember the parts that you weren't there for? And I'm like, they be doing that. And I'd be wondering. He's definitely trying to take out the family heads. Most of the Guardians seem to not like the family heads. It's strange we are seeing all the memories when it's about Gustang. I agree. This was the abridged. That was the abridged to Frieza. How do you know the parts you weren't there for? Yeah, there you go. Max Seth is pretty amazing. Man can create the greatest shit in the tower. Nigga just created a cube that's nothing but can become anything. Why do you guys think Traumer wanted something like that? What's our theories? I think Max Seth is the first irregular to predate the Great Warriors, and I think he's the reason behind they stopped climbing. Just my headcanon. I don't hate that idea that he's the first irregular ever. I don't hate that. That could work. That's kind of fire. Okay. So, oh my God, there's so much to say here, in my opinion. I don't even know where to fully start. But I do want to just start with, I don't even have a complaint really that I can think. Actually, I have a complaint that's not a complaint. I just have this inclination as soon as this flashback ends, we're going right back to the mid. I actually think this is gonna be a good flashback. I do. I don't think it's gonna disappoint. I think it'll be solid at the very least. But I think once we go back to present time, it's not gonna be good. But let's not sour the mood. Let's talk about what we liked about the chapter this week though. Max Seth is just a 4D printer. He a freak. That's why. Who's a freak? Who specifically? Maybe Traumer wanted the you mean Traumer? Okay, yeah. You wanted the multi-utility creature. Y'all said he wanted the Mamit. He wanted the Ditto, ultimate breeder. I thought he was gonna try to make that woman he couldn't control. The administrator of the first floor, Headon, is cooking something. Of course. He's been cooking. I feel like he's always been playing the long game. They said after they stopped climbing, they weren't together every day anymore, and he said he didn't have anyone that was on his side to relate to. But is that it? Like, now I need something that's nothing that could become anything. Like, that's it. I haven't seen my friends in a year create something that's nothing and could be anything. Like, I feel like there's more. I understand you're just literally quoting what the content of the chapter, but I feel like there's more to that. Surprisingly short chapter, 70 panels, and yet so much was done. Yeah, this is called being efficient. He be putting 100 million cuts and nothing happens, and now he be doing shorter chapters and we're actually doing progression. Efficiency, baby. You don't need 40 shots for 40 points. Can you get 40 points in 20 shots? What I found interesting is how most of the family heads allies left with the V. Is that what it said? I don't remember it saying that. Let me reread that part though. Traumer doesn't have a type, and he wants to just let in this box to be anything he's feeling in that moment. Yeah, there's more to it. So the real question is: Rachel, Traumer, and Icarus. Is Rachel Traumer and Icarus's daughter? I don't think Traumer would not know Rachel is his daughter. That'd be weird to me. I've never thought about Rachel's lineage and her actual parents until maybe 2 hours ago. So. If you guys have any thoughts and ideas, I'm willing to listen, but that's not something I've thought about. I'll be honest. Okay. Where do I want to commence? First, I also didn't know Enkidu wasn't just like, I thought Traumer ended up naming him Enkidu, but it's interesting that Enkidu was actually some random ass warrior that was taken over. And do you guys think that it was Headon that gave Enkidu the ability to give you a death that you deserve? And what was the other thing? What was the other one? Did he grant him the ability to take over bodies, or did he already have that, or male bodies? What was the other thing? It was like I have to read it. I don't remember. Freak, yeah, I do. Yeah, Freaky Frog. Nah, V said V and his associates left with him. Yeah. He might, if Icarus was a part of the memories, taken away. Okay. I like that video from you, by the way. Hit the like button. How do you? Okay, I do have a question. This is a little random. Does Traumer look shorter to anyone here? Like, just in general, like, does he seem smaller to people? Like, Traumer looks tall to me in present time. Maybe he hasn't fully grown yet and he gets taller, but he looks short here. I know he always wears big clothes and big robes, but like, he looks smaller to me. I'm just wondering if anyone else thought that for a moment or whatnot. Like, I'm like, why you kind of look tiny to me, you know? It seems like it told him more about himself, not giving the power, unable to be killed by Towerborns. Oh yes, he basically got an immortality contract. Thank you. He looks smaller and chubbier. They both do to me. Actually, I didn't. Let me look at Gustang. I don't know if I tried. Because Gustang looks tall to me, but not like towering tall. Like Gustang looks like 6'2". Like Traumer looked like 7 feet to me at one point. I don't know. Gustang doesn't look shorter to me. To me here, maybe in this one when he's sitting in the chair. I don't know. It was also cool to see like the him making his fish tank before the fish tank is complete. Arguably the one that Bam used his arrow to get every motherfucking Shinhue in there, divine sea creature out that bitch. And then Gustang's already not having the best relationship with the king of the tower, and he basically it's confirmed that Traumer has always been close to Zahard. He's like, Zahard's a king now. He's busy, so it's natural for me to help him. And he's like, I'm not telling you whether there's something between us or not, but everything he does is good. Don't make a fuss about it. Not even about the choice of princesses. I will try to have children on my own when the house is finished, more or less. Shout out to 50 people in here. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, though. Hit that like button. He doesn't look smaller to you? Okay, but maybe a perspective issue, but yeah, he looks bigger now. He looks less femboyish as well. There are some panels where his lips didn't look, but some of them he did. Is V still dead or alive in this flashback? I mean, I don't know for a fact, but it looks like they split up, but I don't think they fought each other yet. So I don't think the war happened where like Arlene goes crazy and V dies or whatever. So I think it's post breakup, but pre-war. Gustang looks nerdy. I mean, doesn't he always? Traumer wearing lifts. I was like, I think 2-3 years ago was the first time I heard about lifts and elevator shoes. They literally said many of their assistants followed them, turning their backs on the remaining 11. I mean, I'll read it, but also take it with a grain of salt notes, just because you know that some of these translations are wonky. But again, I'm gonna reread it. I didn't say you were right or wrong. I just didn't, Young Gustang looks funny as hell. He do look a bit more preppy, if anything, like with the vest and the glasses and stuff, instead of like the cloak and the Cartiers, whatever they call them. I don't know, whatever famous glasses. Speaking of kids, are you guys getting along again? Not well at all, just the same old. She has been having different thoughts from us since that day. When was Zahard right in saying she's a little creature different from us? If only I could control her like an animal, to make her silly way of thinking change. And then he talks about the workshop, why he talked to a repulsive man. He asked me if you needed something because he couldn't give you the gift he promised you when we climbed the tower. Something I need. Lately, I've been thinking about something I wish I had all the time. What is that thing? A creature that is nothing but can become anything. I wish such a creature existed. He's like, what the fuck is you talking about? Okay, then he gets to fucking Jello, but let me find that part you was talking about. Give me a second. You are lonely. You're like me. Upon hearing Traumer's words, the creature decided to become human. According to the book, Traumer had many companions when he climbed the tower. But after the adventure, 2 of the 13 great ones had a difference of opinion and abandoned them. And many of their assistants followed them, turning their backs on the remaining 11. So ultimately, when it comes to the great 13 warriors, it's just V and Arlene, but maybe your Quadrados, your Lucelex, those ilk, people of that ilk, they follow with V. So that's my takeaway. But at the end of the day, would you want to, it's like I got a bunch of role players, but y'all got Kevin Durant, Kawhi, Giannis, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that fair? Like, my team not nice like that, bro. We got numbers. Y'all got the quality, though. We got the quantity. Yeah. I think it's a perspective. Theme is deliberately trying to elevate their god stature, but in the past they look smaller to make them more human and personable. I was wondering, but sometimes I don't think SIU does things on purpose. But yeah, he wearing lifts. I think this flashback will parallel Yas, Ratchet, and Traumer equal to Wang Wang. Enkidu equal Yas, Ratchet, and Icarus is Nenea. I like that. Keeping that theme going. That'd be cool. I wonder if this Icarus character wanted to go with V and Arlene. Apparently, it changed after that day. Yeah, probably. And feels caged. And why Traumer's like, I just want to control things. Assistant being loose like, probably. Yeah. Imagine if those guys are loose like levels of strength. I don't think all of them were. Maybe Quadrado. Some of you guys thought he was a lot stronger than maybe he led on. But Mazzino did bully him and take Kranos. He said, give me that shit, boy. When the vamp's outside a little bit, you better be ready. Better be ready. So Traum always been a weirdo since day one. He didn't become one. He was also not weirdo energy. That's what I was saying, for the most part. All Stars versus Shaq and Kobe. Yeah, his aloof nature and his nature to kind of like weird stuff or want weird stuff and care more about animals and maybe want him to breed. It seems that predates like the time we've seen him. I do want to know when and why he started to wear the mask. That I think is probably more of a symbolic thing than a true reason, but I want to know when he starts wearing the mask. But yeah. That was when the 11s had not called themselves family leaders. The 11 also began to distance themselves from each other with their own objectives. It would be many years before they would form their own independent, complete families. All this information was contained within him. The creature, the great master had created, and it was in this way the creature dared to think Traumer was lonely because his companions abandoned him, and that the reason Traumer wanted him was to fill that void. And that brings me to my next question. Are most of the 13 great warriors in some facsimile, in some shape or form, suffering from loneliness, abandonment, issues and matters of the heart, like romantic failures, that has caused them to basically become hollow on the inside? Why did I say hollow like 3 times? But like void. And I'll explain to you why I'm thinking that, but I just want to know what you guys think before I get into my second lap. I mean, we got them as kids in one of the flashbacks, so I mean, some of the family heads came in young. I mean, we're not saying they didn't come in as like this necessarily. We know they came in as like kids or younger or smaller looking, based on the hidden floor data and stuff too. Plus, we've already seen them as kids, because here this is after they completed the climb. They've already stopped climbing at this point, so they went to the 134th floor at least and locked it off. We should also talk about our Rubik's cubes when our friends aren't around or what. But my wife is my best friend. That means you have no friends, fam. Wait, we should also talk to our Rubik's cubes when our friends aren't around. Oh, but my wife is my best friend. That means you have no friends. What do you mean by that, Devin? Phrase that differently. I'm not sure what you're saying. He started wearing the mask when the pandemic began. You dropped One Piece, right? No, I didn't drop it. Where do you guys go? Y'all be so funny. Y'all just decide things. Like, I never said that. I caught up to it and said it didn't move me, so I'm in no rush to read the next chapters. I never said I'm dropping One Piece. I'm not going to drop One Piece. I'm going to finish it. I've spent way too much time and energy on One Piece to ever drop it. Y'all so funny, man. But welcome, though. He started wearing that mask during the Korean battle. Gustang and Traumer actually come across as friends. It's nice to see. Exactly. Traumer, that weeb who watches the mind control hentai mind break. I think all the family heads created their own split, not just V and Arlene Traumer. I think a rift was formed, but a bigger rift formed after the fact. Seems to be like V was the glue that held them together, not Zahar like they thought. Yeah, because V was actually the leader. That's my hot take. I think V was better than Jihad. My money better, my bitch sticker, my They probably are feeling more lonely. Chapter states all of them were together and rarely separated when they were climbing. After V and Arlene, they start to drift apart. That might be a bot talking to Rubik's cubes. It's definitely all the type of insecurity. What point? What would be the point of dropping One Piece now? That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't cover it like that. But I'm gonna try to get that last stream for you guys. I typed it out already. I'm gonna reach out to all the big YouTubers and all those niggas, and whoever shows up. I'm not asking them. I'm not rescheduling. I'm giving them a date and a time, and they show up or they show up. If they don't, they don't. again, it wouldn't be the first time those niggas flaked on me, so it is what it is. But we'll leave it at that. You said I like your One Piece video, so that's good to hear. I mean, I don't do numbers, but I appreciate you saying that. I've given up on being a One Piece tuber. Maybe they just wear the mask and try to sound intimidating because their voice is high like Kylo Ren. I don't know. I'll be funny. I think there's a bigger reason for that. More symbolic though, personally speaking. We be on the same wavelength on this story. Yeah. Okay. Shit. What was I gonna fucking say though? Zahard loved Arlene, but couldn't have her because she likes V. Traumer is going through something. Eurasia and Gustang broke up because of what happened with their daughter. Ha Yurin and Ari Han, I don't remember if they ever stated they were on good terms or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they had twins and that was about it. So there could have been a rift there. I don't know about Hendo and Tupuri. And I know with thing, she doesn't have any kids. She's still a virgin, so that's different. But I was basically saying that in some way, shape, or form, most of these family heads have had some type of romantic failure or heartbreak or whatever that's led them to be very lonely. I do think their friendship splintering is also an additive layer on that. But I was, like I had said earlier, I wouldn't put it past Kunadwan. Because people are like, people are like, oh, Mr. Riz, gets all the bitches. But it's like, do you know a lot of guys who do that are the loneliest, are the emptiest, who just sling meat? I could speak from experience, so yeah. Kunadwan could have been burned or somebody he really cared about died or is not there or doesn't want to be with him and he's acting out by siring all these children because as a result of that. So I was wondering if they all experienced some form of loneliness. It doesn't have to necessarily come from being in love, though, because I can see if Arlene is crazy, it could be more like the love of having lost Bam, like her child or something. V, the loneliness of like his wife going crazy or something. But I don't think V actually killed himself, but remains to be seen. I'm honestly thinking through this as I speak. I haven't had a concrete thought about this. I'm probably gonna make a little video talking about this shit. Jihad jealous of V makes sense. He took his shorty. When the collab TOG videos dropping, I mean, that again. We already have some prompts and some things in the work. As for the video I already recorded, tomorrow or Wednesday, I haven't decided yet. Only because I feel like this stream I should give it a day to breathe because it'll probably be like an hour to 2 hours. So there's that. But I plan on doing a stream with Milios and ordering Mark to talk about the raws. So there's that. But look out for some prompts and a couple of little collabs here and there in the coming months and weeks and stuff. But I'm gonna do my best to be the glue guy and get everyone to stay on the same page and keep this community connected. But I said this on Twitch earlier. You have to understand that it's not devoid of me trying. So a lot of times, and a lot of people that you guys like have not been particularly nice to me. It's not, they're like, fuck you, bitch. It's more like they brush me off. They tell me they'll do something and they don't do it. Or they take a really, 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 really long time to respond. And I don't like bothering people and I don't like begging. So if I get that energy from you, I'm going to just keep it pushing. But stay tuned, though. Stay tuned. Oh, man. Chances V's alive? 30% maybe or so. I think it's possible. I think it's more interesting if he's probably dead and it was like a conspiracy and they faked his suicide. But I wouldn't be shocked if he's alive. I don't know that I like it. I think I would like one of his parents to be gone. And I feel like it should be V for the time being. But disgusting, trifle, intoxicated air. Ari Han is the most mysterious. RDA Han's the most mysterious. He may have been the only one who didn't have a romantic interest. I could see him living for the sword and martial arts. That's just me. I could see it. But I could still see something going wrong, though. Maybe him being overly dedicated to the blade made him lose someone he cared about. I could see that being a thing, too. Because sometimes when you're so focused on your grind and your mission, you neglect the emotional and nurturing parts of a relationship, not just the protecting and providing part, if you get what I'm saying. Imagine all the family heads had a thing for Arlene and all did something with her. If that's true, Bam's mom's a hoe. She belongs to the streets. I got a theory now. Edouan wants Hannah, but she doesn't want anybody. Fire and ice. I could see it. I kind of think that's interesting. Do you think there is too much romance in the 13 Great Warriors? Everything is around romance. I don't think it's a bad thing. I actually think that's interesting. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. But I guess if every single one of the 13, maybe that's a bit much, but I don't think it's a bad concept or theme to have their rift and split be a part of a lot of groups and friendships and conglomerates and companies and bands and stuff break up over romance and love and people liking the same dude, girl, or whatever. It happens. It happens, bro. I've seen some shit in my days. I see. I'm with the Tower of Heartbreak theory. I think Jan Hannah just wanted Jahad, but he wanted Arlene. Just that, and it could have been like this weird love, like not even like octagon, like I like you, but she likes her, but they like them, but I like him, but he likes her, but they like them. So everyone just fucking the other people because they can't have who they want for the most part. So, yo, shout out to 60 people in here. Gang, yo, like the video for me, please, and share that. But yeah, fire chapter for sure. It was a really good chapter. I don't remember the timeline. Did V kill himself before Bam was born? If so, it doesn't make sense with the way his character is being portrayed as very honorable. I don't recall. I remember I think they talked about the pocket with Arlene making her go crazy and V, but I don't think V killed himself. I think that's an obfuscated truth. I don't think V killed himself. I think V was probably jumped or something, or poisoned or sealed, or if you think he's alive. So yeah. They said, who the gay one of the 13? I don't know. Maybe the one who has no kids. I don't know. It's a good question. Romance makes it more personal. Yeah, and more relatable. I got a theory. I think I read that already. Dedicated to the sword. So Bam will be the only irregular to have a successful relationship. Maybe. What if he does it? Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't. Kudo, leave me alone. Traumer does have kids and children and whatnot, but Traumer's the weirdo to me. I don't know if he's that one, but I think he's the weirdo. He's the one that's like, hey guys, do you want to see a dead body? Hey guys, I have a video of a guy eating a rat. Do you want to see it? Hey guys, you want to watch this video of this girl getting by a horse? Like, he's that weirdo in the group. You know what I'm saying? Her name's not coming to me. I don't know why. Would it be this? No. Come on, man. Get out my way, you stupid ass piece of shit, bitch. How does this help me? Yeah. So that's the one I was thinking of. So, Yeon Hannah, I'm pretty sure doesn't have any kids. It's Illard, like Yeon Illard or Illarde, however you say her name. She's the one that sires all the children of that family. I hope we get to see some of the other family members, man. I really do. Anyways, sorry. You think it's too puri? Europe. Can't stay long, but while we talking about V, someone put it in my head that V is actually Bam. Never killed. He went outside, basically reset, given that the age doesn't run the same. Fun theory. It's fun, but I don't agree with it, but that's kind of fun though. But I don't agree with it. I think there's enough evidence to debunk it personally, but that'd be interesting. But yeah, no. Can't give you that one, blood. Oh, by the way, Enkidu was in the first chapter of the series. Do I believe you? Just tell me where. I don't know if I believe you, but where? Where in the first chapter? Y'all know about Yoko Ono, right? So who's the wait? I read that already. Hendo forced to be straight to gain immortality. That would be crazy tragic. V supposedly killed himself after Arlene depression. Is the Age of Genesis the beginning of the travel, or is it the Hidden Grove? I have no idea. I think maybe before that. Yeah, from the Wang Wang backstory, I knew he was a weirdo. Illard is interesting. She's an old family member, so she's an irregular. So, is she an irregular? She's weird to me. I'm not sure. The anime season 2 run back is gonna be fun. I mean, if it's a good anime, it might not be fun. It might be terrible. All right, I'll bite. Chapter 1. Because I promise I don't believe you. Enkidu, I don't think it's a concept that this guy had from the start. So the family had their gain now. These are not my, I am not saying this. I don't know why everyone started saying that. I didn't say this. I'm just reading the chat, bro. I do not hop into that stuff unnecessarily because that mafia will just get you out of here for any and all reason. So. All right, I'm going to check. Here we go. Blah, 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 blue booty, blah, blee, blue booty, bobbly, bobbly, booby. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah blah blue dee doo doo doo. Like I can't tell what none of this shit on the fucking wall is. Just a bunch of shit on the wall. I don't know if I agree. I'm guessing I guess this was like the clearest shit I seen over here. So I'm guessing it's like this part. There's some thing there. Then there's like a thing here. Then he gets up. There's like this. Is it this shit? Fucking the lizard. Oh, the crocodile's gonna bite the guy with the thing. Like. I don't know, man. This is a reach, in my opinion. Y'all be looking for things where things aren't really there, and I wish y'all would stop sometimes. It's not always connected like that. Enkidu was not a concept I believe SIU had thought about from the beginning of Tower God. I think it came later. I'm not saying he just randomly made up on the spot, but I don't think it's like that. That's just my opinion. This has to be a reach. No way. Kubidu is in chapter 1. Yeah, you know how it is sometimes. It's just you gotta just do it to debunk it. But, at least I did my due diligence. I wonder if the blonde agreed to V with philosophy, but stayed with Traumer because of causing a rift. Yeah, it looks like she wanted to maybe go with V and Arlene, but stayed because of some loyalty or something like that. But it broke her internally or whatever because, like, in her heart, in her soul, what she wanted to do was different. So, yeah. You get it? Naya, don't waste your time. I'm joking with the gays. I know you're joking. I think Traumer and Icarus are arguing because she wants both of them to go with V, and Traumer thinks her way of thinking is dumb, which is why he wants to change her mind. Okay. Can't wait for Headon to be explored in more than 30 years at the time of chapter 3. That's what's up, Johnny. Season 2 has to be better anyways. It's got the Mew love, but I'm praying it doesn't change the source material this time. Give me Mew love. Yeah. I need. Ban because it's not in there, bro. Not in that chapter. There are foreshadowing plans. Oh my god. Oda foreshadowed this. Honestly, some of the Oda foreshadowing memes on Twitter be making me laugh because One Piece fans do act like that. Like, I think I saw that the African dude came in the chapter, and like if this was a One Piece fan, they would have said Oda foreshadowed. I said nah. Those tweets be funny because One Piece fans are actually ridiculous. Naya, it's really there. Believe me. Bro has horns and is wearing the same fit Enkidu is wearing this chapter. It's the figure on the far right. He could have just repurposed that image to fit Enkidu though. Like I don't want to open the chapter again. Like if you want to run with that, brother, run with that. Like I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not going that far. I do not believe that Enkidu was something that he thought about. Like he could have had an image and a purpose for that and repurposed it. This is like how I tell One Piece fans, I cannot stand everybody talking about the Nika and Sun God stuff because that's not a thing. He made that up later. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with that. I'll leave it at that. But if you think that thing on the wall is Enkidu, more power to you. I don't. It just reminds me of can I find this? Hold on. I wonder if I can find this. Hold on. Neon. Okay. Let me see something. I remember reading this years ago. I can't find it, but if I do find this, I will let you guys know. But I remember people overlooking like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like, what does the name really mean? Like, Neon being like a atomic number of 10 and a new chemical, and Genesis is coming into being, and evangelical meaning like whatever. And then I remember them saying like, oh no, we just thought that shit sounded cool. Like sometimes people look for connections where it's not really there, where it's like, so like artist, why did you name your song The Essence of Water? Like, is it because of like how water can be calm but also be a raging storm? And it's like, oh nah, like I watched a movie and there was water in it, and I thought it like sometimes we force connections because it has meaning to us. And I do think sometimes you gotta not do that. But again, maybe it's Enkidu, maybe it's not. Maybe I'll look stupid in 4 weeks. If I am, I'll apologize. But because I already know, I already might just make this apology video today for something else at One Piece, because I'm looking foolish about Kizaru. I like the subtle character stuff he's getting from the storytelling part, but from a combat standpoint, boy, am I looking like a fraud. Jesus Christ, that nigga's not serious. Sun God was there the whole time. Enkidu was mentioning the hidden floor. Crazy foreshadowing. Headcanon. Traumer loved Icarus, but they followed opposite leaders. Enkidu killed her, misunderstanding Traumer. We were having those kind of thoughts. What if Headon is the one manipulating Zahard? Wouldn't put it past him. I remember years ago or 2 years ago, I asked you guys who the final main antagonist of Tower of God is. A lot of you guys said it was Headon. And this chapter was confirmation for a lot of people. So a lot of people do not think the final antagonist will be Zahard. It'll be Headon. So I wouldn't put it past him. I really think he's playing the super duper mega ultra long game to whatever it is his goals actually happens to be. So yeah. What if TOGs offer Headon's boredom? That'll be kind of funny. New Love has the deepest voice ever. I need that. JJK on trial. Maybe we can add racism to Gege's charges against humanity. Let's do it. Motherfuckers just make shit up. Most people hate when you trash anything people like. I don't know. Is that true? I feel like only a super weak-minded individual or emotional individual feels that way. You could not like anything that I like, and that wouldn't necessarily change my opinion of you. There's people who I respect professionally, but personally don't like. And personally I respect, but professionally I don't like. Like, I could be like, I think this dude's a good dude, but I don't care for how he plays the game of basketball or something of the sort, and vice versa. You're trash at basketball, but the community work that you do for like, I don't know, Memphis, Tennessee or something is super dope, and I respect that. I like that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's not most people. Maybe most people are much more emotional, but I've always been cool, like, yo, nah, you like this thing? Yeah, well, I think it's fucking dumb and it's garbage. Okay. That doesn't mess with my personal enjoyment, so I can't speak for other people, but I don't be caring. I think SIU was just designing stuff to put on a wall. Maybe they had a meaning, and maybe you want to give the first floor an atmosphere. That's kind of what I think. People think SIU actually plans things ahead, which is kind of crazy. LMAO, I heard something similar for Kill la Kill. The creatures like it's just like titties. Yeah, like, oh, the clothing and pig and like no, like they horny. Like, yeah. Do you think SIU should have spent more time on the lower level? parts of the story. The jump from basic Shinsu to nukes felt way too quick. Also took away from the power of rankers. Also bring Novik back. I do think that we didn't have the greatest transition from just kind of like the regulars and what regulars can do and like their level of strength and power to like higher rankers. Then we trivialize rankers and higher rankers. Then we added blue holes to kind of save face because of that. So I'm with you. I think we've done a lot of mistakes in that sense, but I'm not sure if he was feeling pressure from the fan base or editors or people like Naver or whatnot. I don't know the whole story, but there was definitely a paradigm shift and a change in way of thinking after a certain point in time with this series. 100% I agree with that. Daniel Green read a volume of Berserk, hated it, and everyone disliked his video and trashed his opinion. People, I think, well, again, I don't know what to do with that. I like it. That is what it is. You know, Berserk is very popular, and some people are tribal. Sure. Some people are just assholes and trolls, and they're like, oh, we doing this? I'm going to join in the party. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, 30% of those people weren't even Berserk fans, but it's probably because they don't think his criticism is valid because he's only read a volume. If he had maybe completed it and then said, hey, I don't like it, might have been a different story, but people are probably thinking he hasn't read enough to be able to judge it to that degree. I mean, people get mad. I mean, there's a lot of Hunter x Hunter fans that are cool with me. They're like, bro, Hunter x Hunter is my fucking favorite thing ever. But I see where you're coming from. I respect your opinion, but I like Togashi. Again, it's dumb, weak, low IQ, emotional people who follow crowds who get up in arms when someone doesn't like something. I can see you seeing a video you don't like about, okay, I don't like Tower of God because I think Rachel and Bam being in love is stupid. And then you being a Tower of God fan will be like, I'm only commenting because you're spreading misinformation. They are not in love. Rachel and Bam are not a love interest. You see what I'm saying? You combating them or giving constructive criticism is different, but I don't know. It's just the times we live in. People just flock and dunk and circle jerk whatever they want to, whatever. They pick and choose. I got DMs from Drake fans saying I'm a bitch ass nigga because I said Drake is beneath Kendrick and Cole. And I think music is super subjective. Like, what can I do about that? Like, it's up to, I cannot control how someone else is going to react, whether I'm being positive, negative, or something, somewhere in the middle about something. That's up to you. I am not a 13-year-old child with the emotional regulation of a 5-year-old child. You don't like JJK? I'm going to dislike the video. Like, I am a grown-ass man. Like, my nigga, some of y'all be sad with how angry you get over some manga, bro. And that's why I always make fun of nerds, because I really think it's funny to get that up in arms about a series. Like, bro, go outside. Get some vitamin D. You'll be okay. I promise. My personal theory is that Arlene created Rachel using magic to leave Bam. Using magic to leave Bam Tower by any means to make a prophecy come true. That would explain Rachel knows a lot about Arlene. That's interesting. He did like it, but he stands on his opinion that early Berserk is bad. Oh, well there. Do you think we're going to get more TOG after the 134th floor? Yes, I do actually think we will complete the climb. I think a big thing will happen where we get the family heads kind of out the way and then we keep going, but we'll have some family heads that side with us as we're going. That's just my personal headcanon. That's not really based on, it's based on like maybe 3 little things that I personally think, but I could be wrong. I confess Hunter x Hunter, but I love Hunter x Hunter hate. That's how I feel about One Piece. Like, I like One Piece, but I love One Piece hate because sometimes they be deserving it. I kind of like that theory. Feelings over logic nowadays. Yep. Fuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, nigga, bum. No. All I'm saying is Kendrick can't do that shit and disappear, by the way. But, shout out to K-Dot, man. He's really like that. Kendrick is my all-time favorite artist. He's not my favorite. My favorite artist is Jake. My favorite rapper Well, I guess probably is J. Cole, and it has been since 2008. But I never thought he was better than Kendrick until about maybe 2018, 2019. To when I think he closed the gap. I was personally never a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake fan. Drake has songs that I like. He has good projects, but I've never been a Drake guy. I think I'm a Canadian hater though, because I don't fuck with Justin Bieber or Tory Lanez. I might just hate Canadians, bro. As a Toronto man, I might not like Toronto niggas, so I don't know. Remember the beginning of season 2 had us hyped for a top 5 E rank regulars. Then we got high ranker left and right. Novik had that aura. Novik glazing. Novik is a cool dude, man. It's ran an act that I really miss, but yeah, we got rid of that. We got rid of those like regular stuff like really, really early. Because even I think when we went up a class, I think Elaine, was it Elaine and Kaiser, the name Hunter, Boro, Sachi, Faker, and them were like the strongest D class. And it's like, what was the point of all that? So I feel you. A lot of Drake fans are mad emotional. They be going through it. Yeah, his fan base is also crazy. Like, cause I'll just say this. Sorry to derail this. I know we're all over the place, but like, I think Drake is actually a really good artist, musician, entertainer, and like public personality. If you want to talk about that and him being one of the greatest or the GOAT, not mad at you. But rapper, he's not like that. He's an above average rapper, and he can get bars. He can spit, but he's not on Cole or Kendrick's level. Like, cut that shit out. He can't rap like Absol. Like, cut that shit out. He can't rap like Lupe. Like, cut that shit out. Like, just don't lie. But then Drake fans will talk about anything but the literal music. Billboard chart, 100 top Billboard, Spotify streams. Dog, yo, Drake fans are different, dog. They be putting the cape on. Like, Cole fans are just like, Cole on this bike to the studio right now. Like, let's see if you're really like that. I just want to see it. Anyways, we'll leave it at that, though. That's funny, though. But Naya, I fused a series I like to my personality. Of course, I need to lash out against the slightest negative comment towards this thing that has no actual effect on my life. Yep, that's what it is. My personality is being a Jujutsu Kaisen stan. So any negativity against it, you might as well have said fuck me and my mother and my two siblings. That's really how they be taking it for sure. Series getting hate. I like Elden Ring, but I also like the shit on it because it makes people mad. Yeah. And I think that's a healthy way of enjoying something. Like, you can't if you can't poke fun at something you love or like yourself, do a little self-deprecation. Like, do you really love it like that? Series getting hate that usually gets endless praise just validates how I be feeling, not gonna lie. Some people take it overboard, but it's just refreshing to not see constant meat stroking. Some people are just being contrarian for sometimes, but I agree with you. I remember being so happy seeing this one review that didn't love Civil War. I'm like, finally, one person that agreed with me. Like, this is back in 2016 when Civil War dropped, and I didn't like it. So yeah. Explain why that Rachel on a regular light band but black any powers. She's the white rabbit to Alice, so to speak. Okay, so for the 47 of y'all who are in here, tomorrow or Wednesday, I think tomorrow I might just drop a short and a small little like review about where my mind is, and then Wednesday I'm gonna drop the discussion with it's me, Dr. Bonehead, Haku of the Tubes, Ron Can, and JD from the Otaku Fix talking about the Tower of God up until like the later chapter that dropped officially. We talked for about 3 hours. JD did drop out about an hour in, but me, Haku, Ron Can, and Joe spoke for a long time. And I have a raw stream planned with Milios. I gotta check Ryzen again. I'll see where he's at. I haven't heard from him in a while. I know ordering Mark. Me and him have something cooking up, so we're gonna do that soon. So just stay tuned for that. Plus other projects. But wait, what? I forgot what I was talking about this. Damn it, I totally forgot. Oh, why did I bring that up? I don't know if I brought it up, but we'll see if I remember later on. Fuck it. Drake is an entertainer, but not the best at anything. I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't have a favorite artist or even a favorite song. I'm just not into music. That's interesting, because I don't know if I'm a music head, but I like every genre of music except Screamo. I don't like Screamo, but I like music. I don't need music playing all the time, and I don't constantly listen to music, but I have a lot of music that I listen to, but I'm not just a hip-hop guy. I like rock, EDM, trance, alternative, R&B, rhythm, blues. Well, rhythm blues, R&B, soul, jazz. I like heavy metal too. I just don't like screamo. If you go rah, rah, Haku was cooking a discussion. Oh, thank you. He's one of yes, you brought a circle. But yeah, I just want you guys to stay tuned for that. So definitely run those numbers up for me. Haku said something very interesting that my patrons have already seen. Well, tier 3 patrons have already seen, and that is that I'm not gonna say it. I want you guys to hear his words. I want you to hear his words from his own mouth. But he has a very interesting take on why Rachel is weak. He thinks Rachel could possibly have similar, if not just as much, similar potential to Bam. But Bam took the challenge of fighting the steel eel with the Black March, which caused him to kind of meet Yuri or whatever. Rachel didn't and mind blocked herself from getting strong because she never took that challenge and she rather climbed by being devious and underhanded. I didn't quote it verbatim. He says it's much better, but I think that's one of the most interesting takes about Rachel's overall capabilities and strength that I've ever heard. So does anyone in chat think that Rachel has the possibility and potential to be strong, but it's her own mindset limits her? So yeah. All right, my bad. Where was I? I feel like the only person, but yeah. Naya has internalized Canadian phobia. Let's unpack this. I like Alessia Cara though, and Tegan and Sarah. I think Tegan and Sarah is Canadian. Alessia Cara made the song Here, and I remember I met her. It's so funny. I met her when she was on the come up, and I didn't know it was her. And I was the big nigga on campus at college. But anyways, Drake sucks. Never thought he was good. He is so out of touch. He's definitely out of touch. Kendrick, J. Cole, and Nas. Who's the best rapper out of all of them? Nas. Do a video tutorial how to defend Adadagi on how to defend Adadagi, please. I don't get it. Do a defense of Koyomi Araragi from Monogatari? Is that what you're asking? But yeah, I'd say Nas. Cole and Kendrick can pass him, but I'd give it to Nas. Do you like a series that you know from a story point of view is trash? Yes. I always say sometimes that mid be hitting. There's tons of things that are not good that I enjoy, but I don't pretend they're good though. So yeah. You said sheesh W. Haku was cooking. He was cooking. That was a good point. I was replying to Sleep at Night before you forgot your thing, so I'm sorry. Screamo works for me in short bursts. If the whole song is just belly screeching, I'm turning that shit off. I can't do it, bro. You said nope. She's an irregular, so maybe I don't think she is the GOAT like Bam. Basically, Rachel never put in the work. I think she does have potential, but doesn't live up to it. Haku of the Tubes Hall of Fame, absolutely. He's the first one, man. I don't think Rachel could be strong in my opinion. Seems that way anyways. Did you theorize in the discussion? If so, it was hard not to spoil the Nietzsche chapter. No, it wasn't hard because I checked. I did my due diligence and checked. It wasn't hard not to spoil, but I don't think I spoke much. I mostly asked the questions, had pushback and added on, but I never really was whatever. And when they did their predictions, I just shut my mouth. It wasn't hard, but usually it's hard for me to do that. So yeah, Nas is the GOAT. Nas for real the GOAT. Illmatic is still one of the greatest things I ever heard, bro. That being said, though, I was a Hovey, a Jay-Z guy, so I like Jay-Z more than I like Nas, but I still have to listen to Nas's latest album that he rapped to 50. I have it on my phone and never really bumped it yet, but at some point. On paper, I believe Rachel should have the potential to be strong, but that's assuming that everyone from outside the tower are on par with the great warriors, Bam, Urek, which may be misguided. Fair enough. Rachel does not really try to do anything from her own power, though. Yes, I do. She definitely developed an inferiority complex to Bam, although she has always been trying to steal Bam's destiny. It's fine, Naya. You are the host. That's all. Yeah. It was a good discussion. You did a good job hosting it. I appreciate it. I tried. Next time I'll be on camera. I was just really late and I was tired. I looked crunchy. I didn't want to be on camera, but next time I'll at least be on camera for it. But because I think I found the. I think next time I do one too, I think I found the way to face cam it properly the way that I want, so we could all be on camera. It's just a matter of if my computer fucking blow up or not. Try to handle it, but I appreciate you saying that. But yeah, it's about 3 hours, which is why I said I might drop a shorter one tomorrow just to let this one breathe a bit, because a lot of my videos are like, it's weird. I never get a surge of people to watch anything I do at once. Like Naya drops something, boom, 2K people watch it at once. It's like over time. So sometimes I give shit time to breathe. Imagine being raised by someone who put all her faith into and hopes in corpse instead of the living child next to you. I feel like Rachel wastes the baseline original hack she could have, but she has I don't have career potential. She may not never be strong enough to like go that hard, but yeah, you know. Naya, what other webtoons do I read other than Tower of God? My favorite webtoon is Kubera, One Last God, story and art by Kurigam. As far as Line and Naver goes, I think that's the best one, and it's not close. What's up, Karaka? I read Girls of the Wilds, Noblesse, Dice, Lookism, Windbreaker, RBA, I roved out, Romantically Apocalyptic, Saint Ferrant, Purple Hyacinth, Unordinary, Gosu. There's a lot I read. There's a lot, bro. Like, there's a lot. Like, I can't even think on the spot of all of them, but I didn't start reading webtoons when they kind of got popular. I've been reading them since 2010. Noblesse being my first one. Then God of High School, and then Tower of God. Then I think God of Bath. Then like Girls of the Wilds and whatnot. But I've read a lot. I don't keep up with many though. Oh, Ordeal I got to season 2 and never really continued. I will at some point finish that. But yeah, there's a lot there. Why not split them into 2 parts? Split what into 2 parts? The stream? The discussion? There's no need. There's no need. I don't need to. I don't know. I feel like just padding for padding's sake, because I'm already gonna do another discussion with as many people as I can, live about the Raws. So we're gonna get another stream anyway. So just be patient. What's up in Ponzu? I hope you're doing better. What's up, chat? Yeah. Things are better, but they're not where I need them to be. But for better or for worse, Nia Hemmings is a fighter or not a quitter. So you know. But yeah, there's a couple though. Ordeal season 2 ended. It was a good season. Ordeal is fun. Hardcore Leveling Warrior. Oh, I used to read it. I used to read that too. I finished. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Soul Leveling. Shout out to Big Ethan, Lucky Coin. Were you guys not around when I kept saying Lucky Coin Syndicate, Big Ethan, and flipping the coin? Were y'all not there for that? Hold on. This is a good opportunity since we have like 53 people in here, and this is not me trying to like, nah, fuck it, shameless promotion. I be having playlists, guys. Some of y'all just come for the new shit. I'm not mad at that. I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but like, be organizing my playlist. Like, I be having stuff of like I have an unordinary playlist. Like, I've made unordinary videos. So if you were curious about other shit that I did, you can go and find it. So where is that at? Did I delete this? I might have deleted it secretly though. Hold on, let me make sure. Like there's Kubera. There's Gosu. I used to have a Noblesse one, but Noblesse started doing daily pass stuff when they came for me. There's Unordinary. There's whatever. Yeah, like I actually tend to organize things decently well. Character analysis, scene analysis. Like, you could find things based on what you're looking for. I think you could search my thing like this, right? So watch this, right? I think hard. Wait, hold on. Maybe not the hardcore. Maybe if I put hardcore, that'll be better. There we go. Boom. Hardcore Leveling Warrior Season 1 discussion 3 years ago. Hardcore Leveling Warrior is a must-read 4 years ago. Like, I be doing this, bro. Like, Noblesse. I talked about Noblesse, my first webtoon. Like, I encourage you to just kind of go through my videos and just look for anything that seems interesting that I did from years ago. But, like, yeah, like, I've covered multiple webtoons on the channel. on the channel. I used to actually cover Noblesse, but again, when it finished, something called Daily Pass happened, and it was weird. They were getting like blocked and stuff, and I just deleted them all, so they didn't come from my channel. So it was super. I didn't know what was going on at the time, but I think what happens is, if it's a completed series, you have to like pay to read it or something. So I don't know. Y'all know I'm a pirate. I put my straw hat on. I don't be paying for nothing. But yeah, so yeah. Or you could sub to the Patreon and see it early. Big gang. Yep. I started reading Tower of God back in 2011 and dropped it, but started catching up in 2015. When I was reading it, it was 2010. I'm pretty sure. They don't know what the playlist? Yeah, they don't. Rachel doesn't want to work out or lift weights, but wonder why she ain't balling. You ain't Ja. I hate the daily pass system. It just turns me away from reading. Yeah. Rachel on the Ozempic fitness route. Look forward to the group streams and content. Glad we all got hyped by recent developments. Yeah. We're also bringing back prompts. I think I could spoil this. The first prompt I think we're going to do is, which family head are we the most excited to do? So like Joe will talk about who he wants to see the most. Haku, me. I got to actually tell Ordering Mark now that I'm forgetting. Let me tell him. And I'm going to try to get animosity in those guys and stuff too. So yeah. Not right now I'm reading High School Mercenary and Hero Killer. Also planning on reading Omniscient Reader and Helper. I used to read Omniscient Reader. Hero Killer, is that the one with the girl with the scythe? Or I think it's something else. There's one with the girl with the scythe. But there's a lot of cool webtoons. I promise you guys, like I would say that, I promise if I could do this full time, I would just read everything. Why not? It's content. But nigga, I wake up like let me. I have half a mind to take you guys through an entire day of what I do, but I don't want to be on camera all day. I feel like I'll forget and do something crazy. But it's just like Naya wakes up. Naya probably works till about 1 to 2 a.m. He wakes up at 4:30, goes to the gym or works out at home if I don't have time to go to the gym, or I'll work out before I come home. I'm at work in the plantation, slaving away, doing a bunch of shit for a bunch of motherfuckers for a fucking company I don't want to work for. That's more hours of my day. Then, again, if I didn't work out, now I'm going to the gym most likely. Come home. What's the first thing I do when I come home? I start making content. I stream. I edit streams. I'm editing videos. I'm writing scripts. I'm doing all of that. Like, I don't be having time to just be reading shit. Like, I don't have the time. And then if I do have a second to myself, I probably want to sleep or play video games or do something for me because it's me time. A lot of my free time is being lent to this, and I'm going to tell you guys what I told the stream earlier. Something's got to shake this year or you might not really be seeing me anymore. Oh, Grim Reaper, thank you. I'm not even trying to like be dramatic or nothing. It's not a dramatic quit or video or nothing. It's just something's got to shake. I got to do a lot better, and maybe it's on me. Maybe I'm just not cut off for it, but if y'all really want to see me continue to cover all these series and be around like this frequently, I gotta either get much bigger and or start making way more money because I can't be spending this much time on content creation for the amount that I make. It's not enough. And with me moving out and inflation and the economy being bad, I gotta make a move, brother. So, but I'm trying some stuff. I have somebody making a TikTok and is gonna run it for me, so maybe that can bring in more people. I'm gonna try some shit. We'll see what happens, but this could secretly be the last year of y'all seeing me. And again, this is not to be dramatic. I really mean that. Like real life is getting real lifey, and this stuff is becoming less important to me, especially because I'm not really doing great with it. So just keep that in mind. Donations, thanks, Patreons. I'm gonna change my membership to $1, $2, and $3 if that helps, because I think it's a little too pricey. I just tried something, it didn't work out. I have no members, but yeah, it's just stuff like that. So I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna stick the year out and see what happens. But if someone don't shake, I'm probably just gonna be doing the little video essays, because I could make a video a week and work another job part time and make money. So, anyways, Hardcore Leveling Warriors back. I think someone told me that. That's weird, but I don't know if I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what I can do. Noblesse and Reborn again were my first webtoons. Yeah, Noblesse. I mean, Frankenstein is. I'm surprised I never made a Frankenstein video, but Frankenstein is still one of my favorite webtoon characters. Like, I really think he's him. He's cold, bro. He's so raw. Great. It will be a great stream. Yeah. There is also Pyro Prima. He just cut up with 2 officials. That's officials though. I'm doing a raw stream, a scanlation stream with ordering Mark and Milios because those guys read ahead with us. Need a prompt who winning blood matter or phantom minim? Morgan, can you be for real, please, brother? Can you be for real, bro? James Lee, the fraud versus Young You My Goat, girl to the Grim Reaper. Now I need to read America Ghost Jack, a horror mystery with a good mild dose of romance. Okay, that sounds interesting. You had me at romance. I'm not a horror guy, but I'll do this. Can I make some Tower God skits? You think I'm funny? This guy thinks I'm funny. You think I got jokes? I'm not funny. I'll try. I mean, I could try some shorts. I was thinking about it. I could try some skits. I thought about doing some, but I don't think I'm funny, bro. Like, I'm not funny on purpose. Like, I'm funny on accident, if that makes sense. Like, I don't, like, if I'm trying to be funny, I don't think I'm funny. If I'm just being me and just being goofy, but that's not a bad idea, though. Like, that's interesting. But fair enough. Hero killer is basically female stain killing heroes for having all for one in the world like the boys. Breaker is, I used to read the Breaker. The Breaker is cool. Thanks for sharing what's going on. Of course, I want to be. I have to make sure I'm transparent. Just so one day, I don't want one day you're like, how come I see this nigga like once every 2 weeks or once a month now? Like, what happened? Like, no, be transparent. But again, you guys have the power to help me change that or change that. I always say, if you can't support me voluntarily, just share, like, comment. That does more than enough. You know, I have the thanks. I got Patreon and stuff. Like, there's ways, but I do know that some of it's on me, though. Some of it's on me. I shot myself in the foot not writing the TOG Season 1 anime because I didn't like it. I'm very hard-headed about what I'm willing and not willing to do because I'm not going to be on stream doing all this fucking shit and rambling, doing all... Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's not... Sorry. I was demonstrating, but I'm not doing all that for views, like Heist and that. That's not who I am. Like, I'm not doing all that nonsense. And then, like... What's another thing that I do? I don't reach out to enough people to expose myself to other communities. I know a lot of it's self-inflicted, so I'm not really being like, fans, you guys don't fuck with me. I'm not doing that, but I've made peace with it though, so I'm cool. I'm cool with whatever outcome happens. And it tends to be psychological and dark, has some intriguing characters. That's what's up. Yeah, it's hardcore leveling warrior with the same characters. Okay, all right. Big Ethan, Lucky Coin Syndicate. Are we back, bro? I was really flipping coins, dog. Sidekicks webtoon gem. Sidekicks. Okay, interesting. You know another one I really liked. I haven't watched it in a while. Was it called Tomb of Swords or Room of Swords? That was another one I really liked. Because one thing I started to notice with some of them, I think the first one I seen do this, was it Saint for Rent? I like the panels that are GIFs. So it's like a panel, but it moves. Or it lights up, or it glows or something, like, or at least has an idle animation. Like, a lot of those are super cool. I know a lot of them have, like, music that goes with it. Like, as you read the chapter and you get to the sad part, it gets more somber. That one is pretty dope. So, yeah. Blood matter is about to be literal blood matter if it crosses path to Phantom Minim. That's like who's winning, literally God or a human. Hold on. No, I'm kidding. Guys, Headon versus Enryu, who got win this one? I have no idea because I have to see them fight. You got my vote for president? Thank you. Headon stomps, make a skit where you pretend to be Traumer in real life. That's not a bad idea. I feel like I could do a good Traumer one. I have some like animals and be like, now fuck. Or something like that. But again, I don't actually know what like can I ask something kind of crazy? Just out of curiosity. I know I have these metrics. I haven't tracked in a while, but how old are most of you? Are most of you guys like 14 to like 19? Or are you guys mostly in your 20s? Like, I know most of my audience is under is 30 under, but I generally don't like. I always tell people I do not know what these motherfuckers like. Like, I'm not cool. I'm not hip. Like, I've never been a person that care about trends or what young people are doing. Like, when I gotta know with young people the moment I left high school. I was like 19. And I'm like, look at these fucking kids. like I was like I left high school and started looking at children like these friggin' kids back in my day. Like it's like, but I've always been an old soul, right? They're only 20. Yeah, are you older than me? Okay. They're 23, 30. Yeah, you guys are mostly in your 20s then. So yeah, most you guys are mostly in your. Okay, that makes sense. Like, I was just wondering because I also like don't always know what's trendy or what's trending. So if y'all could maybe help me with that, because sometimes people be saying like I remember the first time someone said, "Yo, that shit busting no cap." I was like, was that English? That was straight Ebonics. What the fuck does that mean? And the first time I'm good at using context clues and how you use it in a sentence to understand what's being said. But even recently, the first time I heard someone said, nah, dude, this nigga crashed out. Bro, he crashed out. I'm like, think you mean he got really drunk and like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then like died doing something stupid. So like, I'm the guy who's like, what are the fellow youth doing? So yeah, but okay. Thank you guys for sharing that. You said he just said he's older than me. All right, bet. So two of you are basically around my age, and one of y'all are whatever. So I don't use social media. Not gonna lie, I don't know about trends, but that stuff is important to know. That's why I'm like, I feel like I come because skit. People are like this nigga is not funny. He is corny. Could like this could be a joke that I think is funny for like my age or my era or something. You know, millennial life. So. I'll try though. I'll try to do some skips. I'll try. See what happens. Why the fuck not? You say you're so out of touch with new lingo? Cause every day there's a new fucking phrase or sentence or something. And it's just like, can we just go back to like swag and it's lit? Now I gotta be on some motherfucking niggas crashed out, bro. Like no cap, no kizzy, bro. Like I'm like, all right. So yeah. This is your first time hearing Crash Out? Yeah. Stand on Business, another one. That one made sense to me when I heard it, but Stand on Business, yeah. Riz. That one I didn't get for a long time. They're like charisma. I'm like, oh. Even the first time someone was like, yo, I really like your energy. I love your vibe. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is she talking about? I had no idea what that bitch was trying to tell me at all. It's like my vibe, my vibrations. Like what's going on? I don't even use social media. Oh, I read that already. I'm so touched. I had to learn what crash out meant. RDC. I'm with you. I didn't know what the fuck Riz was. By the way, I hate that fucking word. I never use it. I don't use Riz either. That's not. I feel like there's certain ones that I could say that I'm like it won't sound. But Riz, me being like, yo, you guys know Riz? Where the Riz at? Corny for me, coming from me. Crash up basically means you're about to spaz out and get really mad at something for no reason. I've also seen it used like and actually being drunk, crashing out, and being like, "Yo, this nigga crashed out, like he's fucked up, like he's really high off drugs and stuff." The other one I seen was like, if you literally do something so wild, you pass away, like R.I.P. rest in peace. So, but that one wasn't too hard to get in terms of the context that I've heard it in. So, yeah. Anyways, we got away from Tower of God for a second, and I wasn't actually done with what I was saying. But let me just look through the chapter real quick. But yeah, check out the playlist though. We'll look at the comments too. But I think we had stopped at me. So yeah, Headon being here is a big deal. But so what do you guys think about them calling Headon the most transcendental being in the tower, and that he said, turning you into a human is a wish even I can't fulfill. Meaning that he has a lot of power to be able to fulfill wishes under some circumstances. So how powerful is this man for real? Like, this nigga Headon. Oops. Motherfuck the big three. It's just big me, nigga bum. I'm ready to crash out. Your best hit is a light pack, nigga. Prince outlived Mike Jack. Yeah, that too. Slew a slide. I've never felt more defeated than when I accidentally adopt new lingo and it dawns on me. I feel that one. I used to say swag unironically, and one day I started saying it like this is way back. It's like Soulja Boy era. Swag. Like, yeah, yo, swag, man. Swag, everybody. Oh, my God, oh, swag, bro. Swag, bro. Then one day I caught myself saying it normally. I'm like, no. No. Headon top administrator. That was my best takeaway. Like, I don't know how far to go with it, but I think out of all the administrators or guardians, floor rulers, he's the head honcho. Especially since he's the one who pretty much guides the regulars to like the first floor, because really you start on the Venkel's floor, the floor of tests, right? So I do think that he's yeah, something like that. We've been told many times that administrators are like gods and can do almost anything they want. That's a good point too. Heydon makes me think of the monkey's paw, the wish that comes with a big cost. Do you think human means like biology or humans in the sense of being a family head power? It's hard to say because like I'm not entirely sure, but I think when they say humans, I think they just mean human beings, but like without any weird blood or additive characteristic. Like not a beast can like just you're a man, like a human or a woman, like just human. Like you don't have giraffe ears, or you're not like 13 feet tall. Like I feel like characters like a Van Kill and stuff are humanoid or humanish for the most part, but they're something a little different. But again, hard for me to say. I need more information to operate on that. I think it makes sense since he's the caretaker. Heydon probably owns the tower and is waiting for someone to get to the top. Okay. I think Heydon is below Phantom but above everyone else. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Ignore your earlier comment. All right. I don't know what to think because of how Enkidu's perspective is given here. But in all seriousness, I don't know how it even knows who Heydon is because the cube was created. Was it Tower Lore? I think the person who made it, whether that was Max Seth or whatever, the workshop god, all knowing father, or whatever, he could have implanted all of that those memories and whatnot into Enkidu, because it kind of seems like it's saying that here. Let me find it. Like it's a little hard to say, but I think it said it here. Like, Traumer, you are lonely? Are you lonely? It's fucking cube. Upon hearing his words, the creature decided to become human. According to the book, Traumer had many companions, climbed the tower, blah, 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 abandoned him. Wait, is this where it says it? And all this information was contained within him. The creature the great master had created. And it was in this way that the creature dared to think. So I think it was given all that knowledge. 100%. 100%. I think Heydon's on Enryu tier. I'm not mad at that. I do have a tendency to not get overly excited about things that I'm not gonna see for like 5 or 4 years, or like I've seen Enryu throw a couple of bangs and Heydon not do anything. Like at this point, I'm doing a versus battle with nothing to work on. I just don't really do that, but I'm not mad at those sentiments. I'm not mad at it. The phrase on heading was the most interesting part of the chapter for me. He spoke about the purpose of the tower, and it seemed completely unrestricted like other admins. Yeah, it seems like he's got more freedom of movement, power, and things to do. So I think he's got a genuine goal. Maybe it is to see someone climb the tower. Maybe it's to make Bama an axis. I'm thinking about asking people what they think the actual purpose behind Tower of God is, or the tower is. I don't think I've asked that. Maybe I did already. I don't remember. But do I think Heydon is working for an Axis user or Axis users? No, I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if he knows any or is cool with one like Fanta, but working for, I'm going to say no. I want to know the difference between these animal people and beastskins. Is it just that beastskins can be controlled? Actually, it's actually something I want to bring up too, because we saw some like animal hybrid humanoid looking things running around, and I don't think the concept of houndborns, feline people, and beastskins or whatever was a concept yet, because Traumer is still filling his fishbowl and doesn't have any children from what I understand. So those might be the things that are not human, but I don't know. It's a great question. What makes them different? Or is it that directly implanting animal DNA in them gave... Can Traumer not control those ones? Like, I feel like he probably could. I don't know, man. Might delete this later. Volume 2. I don't know why when I read Tower of God for the first time, I assumed there was a red version of Headon on the final floor called Head Off. Let me tell you why I'm laughing. Because I spell Headon in my head. When I type it out, I say head on. Because it's head and on. That's how you spell it, right? So him saying head off made me laugh because like the first time I feel like someone like some words I say them, I don't pronounce them in my head properly, so I could write it out properly. So that was just kind of funny to me. I don't know what to think. I thought about him. I just felt like he was a lot more important that he led on, that we'd see him again at some point doing something crazy. Heydon meets all who come into the tower. When it comes to irregulars, he decides if they're allowed to climb or not. Not even Phantom Minimum had to meet him first. Great point. From this chapter, it felt like 13 Warriors were afraid of the workshop people. Oh, shoot. Hey, speak on it. Elaborate. Maxette is really slept on. I think he's on top family head tier. At least maybe I'm tripping, but I see him as a really strong being. Some people think that he could be the first irregular, considering there's a workshop outside and inside the tower. So he was working on one outside the tower, and then got pulled inside the tower and connected the inner one to the outer one, or maybe vice versa. But yeah, I think he's the that's crazy. You just said it. I think he's the first true irregular. I want to know more about him in the workshop. Same. Did Heydon help create the tower, or was he just in charge of it? Put in charge of it. I don't think we have any stories about the literal creation of the tower and who built it or whatnot. I don't recall, at least. So I think he's just in charge. But it's not impossible that he's a native that he helped build it or something. Had construction. Heydon, you're doing the construction, baby. Why are my eyes burning? I'm tired. Yeah. What's up? What's going on, brother? So yeah, and then I'm guessing Heydon gave him the ability of immortality and pseudo immortality, and to give people a death to deserve. I'm also interested in knowing if Enkidu could always control people's bodies, and it chose not to, or if Heydon gave him that ability and made him test it out on Enkidu, who was a real person, by the way, in the past. But yeah, if you guys look here, it looks like there's a bunch of beastkin and stuff already. Like, at least this dude, you know? It looks like you have, like, ears. So it's like they didn't create humanoid animal motherfuckers. It could do, like, you have horns. Like, why you look like that? Hercules looking ass nigga. Now, here's the thing that I find interesting. I find that family heads are always, at least in this time period, are always fighting these natives, these ancients, whatever. Do we think this dude is like an Arcanak type being, or more so like a Rak type being, like native to the tower? Or is he like a, you know what I'm saying? The thing that's inside a Yama, like ancient species. Like, what am I looking at exactly here with this dude? What do you guys think? Every day, when I'm at a range, M&M's taste like candy cane. We do have a story about who built the tower and why in Carnival. Oh, that's true. That is true. That is true. I forgot about that. Is that? Do you know if that's canon still or everything? I don't know if that's canon. Then I might just plug that. Did I react to that, or did I read on my own? I think I did some. I know I did some Tails user stuff at some point. But okay. Well, thank you for mentioning that. Also, the buttons on Heydon's outfit are shaped like a cross. He also looks kind of machiny to me, from the standpoint of the glowy things on his arms. I've always thought are kind of like this thing, on even his feet. Like, it could just be technology or a gauntlet, but this looks like something that would be powered by some type of power, like a fuel source. Like, is he like the god of machines or something? Like, or I don't know. Like, I just throwing out something out there, throwing it out there. The purpose of the tower is a good question to talk about. Was the tower meant to prepare and train people, or was it meant to be used as a prison? Some people think it's an axis making machine, but I don't know that that's true, because people there's accesses who enter the tower, right? Wonder why SIU is pushing the plant theme more and the control obsession Traumer has. I couldn't tell if it was a bad translation where Traumer said it grew despite it messing up. I think that the translation was wonky, but my understanding, I kind of started off the stream by saying, looks like Traumer is a character that wants to be able to control and manipulate things that never fall outside of his expectations or intentions, but he's always intrigued when something does. Like, I had this 8-year plan, and all 185 things went right, minus this one thing. I think there's more to that flower scene you're talking about. I would want to read another translation, though. I think it is weirdly translated. I'm with you. But I thought that was one of the most profound parts of the chapter. Arcanact, ancient is a broad term. I don't know if I stole this from somewhere, but I feel like I've heard the theory that the tower's purpose is to create more accesses. Yeah, I've heard that before. I never got to read Carnival. Is that dude a beetle steroid dude? Let me look at him again. Oh, beetle looking at. Was he a beetle? Took over Enkidu. Why am I going at slowest speed? Is this a beetle? What is this? What am I looking at? Armadillo. I don't know. Something like, I don't know. And he's humongous because it looks, unless Traumer raised animals that he gave to the family, the branch leaders and stuff. And there's just a 2-eyed cobra, by the way. I'm not sure. This is like the frost badger, I think, or something, and the Albaba's animal, I think, and then turtle stuff. So I think there's some things we've seen here, but this thing looks humongous, bro. I don't know, something about armadillo ting with the ting, yeah, with the ting blood. It's mental, fam. It'll mash you up, blood. Y'all didn't know from the UK? Are there ancient beings being hunted by Order of Jihad? We're showing us in Yas flashback that Jihad made an appearance for Arcanac. Lopabia OST to be attacking them. That's what I'm thinking. So the question would be: were they actually a threat to the family head, or was it more of a territory and dominance thing because they used to kind of rule the tower and were the strongest beings in the tower by asserting by asserting your dominance against them or whatever? You show that you guys are the new head honcho of the tower. Like, we're the Dons now. All that ancient shit, that's last year. We the new kings. You deadass forgot about Carnival. I think there are natives to the tower based on the comment about all the groups uprising when Jihad stated the king was a king and no more climbing. That's fair. I think the flower speech at the end of the foreshadows how the flashback will be played out at the end. It's ugly, roly-poly, sided with V maybe. We did also see that all the sidekicks pretty much went with V and Arlene, but mostly all the 13 Great Warriors did not. That's intriguing to me. So it looks like more people probably followed behind V, but less quality people. Just as far as family heads go, it was Arlene and V. But maybe Quadrado when your loose legs of the world went with them. So, you had some quality there, but, yeah. V wants to live in coexistence possibly. I think V tried to make everything work, but sometimes when you try to get everything to work, that's when nothing works. Sometimes you have to pick and choose. If you try to play a basketball game where you defend the 3, the paint, the mid-range, the long 2, and layups, like sometimes you have to give up something and be willing to live or die by that and willing to live with it. Sometimes you try to defend everything and everything kills you. Sometimes you give up the 3 and you can stop the 2 and the layups, but the 3s don't drop because you let it happen. So yeah. I think it's possible. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna change my camera, my battery in a second. Yeah, it looks like it could have been that V wanted to live in peaceful coexistence, the wall of peaceful coexistence. Sweet like candy cane. I'm thinking of doing this big hip hop video or like video on music, so I actually been listening to a lot of music and doing my research and a lot of people I've never listened to. So that's why you keep hearing me hum Travis Scott. I've never bumped that nigga. Sicko Mode was like the only song I knew. Do 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 do. Nye is more British than you. Am I? 21. He from Britain, yeah? All right, back to. I'm on this screen. I'm gonna have to remove that. Then bring it back. Bring it back. Here, look at this. Look at that in the meantime. Look at this. Look at the crotch. Look at the crotch in the meantime. That makes no sense to me. What do you mean? Like, turn on camera, you stupid bitch. The fuck going on? Sweet like candy cane. I'm not even chewing anything. Why am I doing that with my mouth? There's nothing in there. Oh, go lower. Where's Tower God? Here we go. I wonder. No, I remember me. I wonder if the war between John and V ended up a war between two kings. I want to know why all 10 of them turned on V and Arlene. Absolute. I agree. Absolute power corrupt. Absolutely. Damn. An inner thigh lackey Traumer freak. Shit. Okay. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Why do I feel like my thing looks off? It does it? Is it? No, it's all. No, it's fine. What was the other thing I wanted to mention? Do you guys think Traumer really, literally could see what's happening here from the standpoint of Enkidu possessed? Well, no name cube Jello man thing flubber took over Enkidu, became Enkidu, or like. Anyways, let me just rephrase. Let me stop being stupid. Did the cube take over Enkidu and Traumer's like, oh wow, it's puppeteering another person? Or do you think that Traumer thinks that Enkidu actually became a human or a person or whatever? Like, that's my question for y'all. Or does he know that it's like some weird situation, but he doesn't care because now he has a friend he can quote unquote talk to? That would be what I want to know. I'm very curious about Jihad case and how SLU will handle his character. If he's going to be an absolute evil tyrant, a nuanced kind of anti-hero, or the true hero of the story. I feel like nuanced. I feel like morally gray and nuanced is probably the way. I see why some people say it, but this idea that Jihad is secretly a good guy, I think that's trash. Execution is everything, so it could work, but I don't know. I don't see it, bro. It's like when people were saying Rachel is really protecting Bam. The only time y'all ever said that where I started to really think, like, no, the chatters are right, is with Yas, Ratcha, and Yama. When someone's like, do you think he's protecting Yama from something? And I'm like, I am starting to get that inclination because he won't just body him. It's like he's trying to scare him into staying into the cage, like stay in your bubble. So yeah, Jihad gives me Emperor of Dune vibes. Okay. When you put it that way, it seems to me that Traumer probably ordered Enkidu to take over Icarus. Now, this is the thing that's interesting. We could talk about it that, right? A few people were saying this was a really good theory. Actually, no. I remember I screenshotted this so I could read it and not forget it. Yes. And I'm going to give the person credit too. It's from Not Sean SD. I wonder if Traumer wanted Enkidu to take over that girl with Traum, because at the beginning he says he wishes he can take control of her like an anima, but Headon maybe left out the fact that Enkidu could only take over males, so she ends up dying through that, and this is what creates further division between the family heads might have been what Headon was planning all along. What do y'all say to that? Because I thought that was pretty awesome. That's interesting to me. What we thinking? That makes sense to anybody? I hate that Jihad is a good guy theory. Nothing would ever top Jihad pulling up and ragdolling Bam. Yeah. I've noticed this for the past 4 years. People seem to really love an evil character with redeemable qualities and traits, or have a redemption arc. Where you guys know, like, I come from the school of Frieza and Dio, where sometimes it's okay for a bad guy to just be a bad guy. It's not even like on some, my dad dropped me when I was a one and I was abandoned and everybody betrayed me and that's why I be scamming. And it's like, all right, bro. Sometimes I don't mind if the person is just evil for evil's sake. What I don't like is when you overdo evil dialogue, where it's just like, do you believe that a god like me should feel remorse when I step on a human being? Would you feel remorse if you stepped on an ant? But no, because you recognize yourself as superior. Like, it's like, bro, cut that shit out. That shit is so corny. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, right? I think it's a good one. I think the idea is that Enkidu was going to misunderstand Traumer's will and wants, and as a result, Icarus or whatever will die by Enkidu's hand, but it wasn't necessarily on purpose. So shout out to Sean. That was an incredible theory and thing to bring up. I loved it. It made a lot of sense to me. He said cough cough. Yep, Jay Garcia cough cough. Yeah, that wasn't moving me. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually gonna refresh this to see if there's any new comments. And we're gonna read. We're gonna do our favorite section, even though it's the ghetto version. We done went back to the beginning. We came full circle because Badger used to It wasn't actually like for comments, but Badger used to throw the blog post that SIU typed up in Google Translate, and we used to be reading broken English. But yeah, let's see what they got to say today, man. It seemed to me to be a little bit leaning positive but mixed. So it says, no fun begins. What is Headon's purpose? Could it be because Zahard prevented him from climbing the tower? I think they're looking after the FUG to kill Zahard. I think Jam thinks that Zahard somehow stopped Headon maybe from climbing the tower. I don't think that makes sense. I think Headon would not care or not be hindered by that and predates him. But yeah, that's interesting. But when Traum first under the impression that Enkidu could take over people, it's weird because last chapter we were told that Traumer wished for the blessings, but we weren't shown that. I agree. Cuckoo, boom, 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 boom. There's nothing today. Reminiscing about the past drags on for weeks. I think he's saying it's going to be a long flashback. Today is good. I agree. It's better like this. I agree. Still, I am thankful the story is progressing. How long has it been since this? I scrolled through the lines and read it properly. Who was your profile? Horny. I don't know what it's about. I scroll down. 10 fun memories of the past. Start to. I'm satisfied with this, Siwoo. The progress and battle scenes are so bad that I actually really like this better. I rather enjoy this more. I wish they can do the battle scenes like they used to in the past while unraveling the story. Illustration by Gustang. Why are you giving me back the old hell days? The age range from back then, what are you talking about? At least he was portrayed as young. Come and see the floor of death. SIU who is big. See who is big. Even if you look at his recent appearance, you can see the drawing has gone to hell. The Okotaku is having a hard time acting as SIU's defense attorney for free. I'm guessing he can talk about his assistants. But he can already take over people? Okay, fair enough. But was he transforming into people or taking them over before? I don't know, Traumer. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's just he knows his Enkidu is all that matters, and then the rift starts to form. I'm so sleepy right now. What the fuck? I feel like a wave of sleep just hit me. Sorry, guys. I'd rather this more. Come and see the floor of hell. Siwu, who is big. Even if you look at his recent appearance, you can see the dragons have gone to hell. Oh yeah. Gay. The layers of hell have been pulverized. Come see the battle. I shouted there. I shouted here 1,000 times. I don't even see the author, so why are you doing this? If you want the author to see it, give him 200 won. Go to Mbo and write a comment in the window and go to the author's blog and write a post. Then the author will see it, of course. Take the risk of being scolded by Shintap's fan base. Who is the greatest teacher again? Ha 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 ha. I honestly would give it a 5 for just this much. Unraveling a story like this is much more fun than meaningless battle scenes. When Gustang first showed up to workshop to buy cigarettes, he looked so sharp and had that Bae Hung Jun vibe. But now, he's just a piece of cake. This is much better than the damn game. Isn't this the first time Headon has appeared since the beginning of the play? We did see him in the Napalm Station a little bit, but yeah, since the beginning of the game, of the story. Today is fun because I don't have Cuckoo Mania, but when I think about it, I get angry. I should find an illustrator and publish it. They always put Kukua, and it makes me feel like ish. I think it looks better. It's fun. Glasses are so burdensome. Ha 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 ha. Completely gone. There is no need for anything. Just tell the story. I like this. Okay, I want you to explain the story. It's been a long time since I watched it recently. I'm worried about the past. When are you gonna remove the story? I don't get that one. The flashback on the first day are good. Writer, please do this then. When will the flashbacks end? Next week? When will the next character appear next week? Give me strength. Give me night. Ha ha ha. Are you doing it next week? If so, hot really. Looking at the comments, people are just satisfied, and some people are dissatisfied. All I can think of is the offer is having a hard time. Who is Headon again? I have questions. Compared to a class called Tower of God, I think I'm really bad at drawing, and I don't care about this. Shut up. Your struggles mean nothing to me, nigga. I want to do this. Ah. Sorry, I totally zoned out. Okay. Who's in the profile though? I don't know. Would he going to take over people? I think it could use inedibility, the blessings, or something else. Okay, fair enough then. I'm the idiot who, I'm an idiot. The blessings are related to taking over people. It's instant death and immortality. Yeah. I think I might have confused myself with that too. What was our thought process of why Rachel wanted to be Icarus in the data world? And are we certain that the woman Traumer has a relationship with Icarus? I am not sure 100% that it's Icarus. That's my best guess. Could be somebody else really important that traveled with them. I originally thought Rachel modeled her appearance after Arlene, to be honest. That was my best guess. But now with the Icarus stuff, it feels like she knows something more that we don't. And I'm wondering if she modeled herself off the Icarus because Icarus maybe had some ability or power or dream of hers. Like maybe because she could fly, she thought she could touch the stars or something. I don't know. It's a good question to ask. I'd be curious in other people's answer, but that's kind of the best I got for you. So yeah, though, but that's all they said though. It looks like he's learning to draw. Maybe he's going to pay the artist. Yeah, he's basically saying that the artwork's not very good. Some people think that Gustang was poorly drawn this chapter or looks nerdy or something. Let's see that. I need to do a fourth reread. I'm definitely doing season 2. And the anime stuff is probably gonna be a good time for me to refresh my memory, reading and whatever wise. I was thinking of doing the reclimb again, but I feel like it's probably not a good idea to do. It probably oversaturate the channel. So I was gonna say if you went on hiatus again, I'll probably fire that back up. Not certain that Icarus and this woman are the same person. If they're the same person, Traumer, your women are never liked you. She liked V. At least We are left to assume. Yeah. Does Traumer have no Riz? Question mark. Next video. No, I'm kidding. So there's that. But ultimately, I promise you, I woke up today not expecting a good chapter, and we got a good chapter. The other weeks, I was fine. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever to me. But this was a good chapter. It's 8 out of 10 for me. I want to know what you guys would rank it if you're gonna rate it, give it a rating. I'm an 8 out of 10 this week. Phenomenal work, good work. Let's stay here for at least 5 to 6 more weeks. I would like to do that. I was told that Curry Gom's coming back, so for anybody who's a Kubera fan, yay, she coming back at the end of the month or beginning of April or something. Favorite panel and dialogue. The dialogue for me was actually Traumer speaking about the flower. I like that part a lot. As for my panel, it was Gustang being like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I want something that's nothing that could become anything." And he's like, "What is bro on? What is he talking about?" So those are my answers. What do you guys got? Possible linchpin or a breaking point for the family dispute. A Traumer Riz scale video might do numbers. I kind of believe you, and I have half a mind to try it. But let me just fully complete my project today, and I'll think about it tomorrow because I'm just adding small things to Bomb Rush Cyberpunk video essay, but it's done though pretty much. But I agree with you. I feel like if I just put no Riz in the camera, Traumer, people will click at that shit. But I don't want to be a clickbaity motherfucker. Like, I want people to really watch the content and engage with it and come out with something meaningful. But maybe I'm asking for too much there. And I just need to be happy about the few people that'll do that. Like, maybe that's too much. Maybe at that point I'm asking for too much. Because I have developed this bad habit of looking at what I don't have versus what I do have. And I don't like that because I've always been grateful for the things that I do have. And I feel myself starting to compare. And I got to stop that. They say comparison. I'm gonna lisp. Comparison is the thief of joy. So, in the image, we see her looking at the sun, with a bird flying in front of it. She called V as wings of freedom. I think that is Icarus. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The girl kind of looks like Tiara with short hair from behind. I actually, for a long time, I'm like, she looks so familiar, and the whole time I was thinking about a variety of green-haired characters from Kubera One Last God. I'm like, oh, I'm just stupid. I'm just an idiot today. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I have no issues, and there's a lot to analyze and talk about. Maybe it'll drop down later on, but I love this chapter. That's an 8 for me. I can't go that far. 10 out of 10 would mean that it's pretty much, flawless. I don't think it was flawless, or at least whatever the chapter set out to do, it did that. But I'd have to see more in retrospect for me to be able to do that. So this can go up or down depending. But I'm not mad at that. But I'm not, me, I'm not quick to jump on that kind of stuff. But anyone want to give it a 9 or a 10 or an 8.5? That's fine. But I'm going to stick at an 8 for the time being. But it's solid work. Again, there was definitely a lot to sink our teeth into. Actually even gave me a lot of video ideas that I want to do. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. With me doing these scripts and video essays for the time being, I can't heavily edit anything for this channel. So if I do the video, it's just going to be me face cam. You might hear a pop-up of something here or there, but that's the best I can do for the time being. I have a lot going on. At some point, I will come clean about everything. It's just I got to wait for some things to shake out before I can say some things. And I'm supposed to be getting some news today about one of the medical things that I'm dealing with. So hopefully that's not. No, I can probably tell you that part. There's something on my leg that is troublesome, and if it is what they think it could be, it has to be removed before it fucks up my entire body. So, yeah, 8's good enough for me. If you can stay in this ballpark and get some lore, I'm good. Hey, that was my favorite panel, and my favorite panel was Traumer's flower speech. Yeah, I was there. That was super cold. Does she look like Tiara from behind? Let me look at her one more time. Does she look like Tiara? With short hair? Let me take a gander. So, by the way, did I bring up the, I did want to say this. Because I feel like you guys would probably have much more fun with this than I do. Like, I tried and gave up already. Fuck, where is it? Where is it? And Traumer really just talked to this piece of fucking cube and just said, "Yo, what? Become human. Detroit, become human." Like what? Are you good, brother? I wanted window capture. So this panel, right now, if you look in the back, we could see some people. Now, I don't know if y'all want to try to figure out who's who, but there's some niggas back there. Like, I see some white hair, I see a ponytail, someone's arms is folded with some bandages. Are those like lower something people or not? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Which is kind of crazy. I hope nothing serious too. My doctor did say it's not like they're not overly concerned, but yeah. Eight has me intrigued, but please delve deeper. Flashback plus Headon plus some Maxette lore. 9 out of 10 for you. I'm not mad at it. If we could stay in this ballpark and get some lore, I'm good. Yeah, like 7. Yes, give me 7 to that 8. That's 7 to 8, and I'll be fine. But yeah, I hope so. I hope so too. But I'm actually got the. I think they called me during the stream, so I gotta go check my email and make sure it's fine. But yeah, kind of like a Dewan. Is this like REA? Is that a sword? I can't really tell. Like. Are any of these people like a loose like or a quadrado, so not a family head? Like there's a lot going on here, so I don't know if we could have some fun with that, but I did want to mention that and bring it up. White hair is maybe young REA, maybe before the hair grew out, possibly. I said she kind of looked like a grown-up Sun Ward when our season 1. You did say that, and that one made more sense to me. But let me find that panel now. I think that's higher up. I don't know about the Tiara one, but Sun Wunuren, yeah, and this looks like a lot of characters in Kubera be standing like this, looking into the fucking distance, like, what am I even here for? Just to suffer? So, Riche, Rouge, you know, so yeah. If we have a few weeks like this chapter, that'd be crazy. I think it's way too much to expect. Thank you for the stream. I'm hoping and praying that would be like, give me like a solid 5. I'm asking for 5 to 6 weeks of like a good stretch of flashbacky stuff, because I have half a mind once we go back to present time it's gonna fall off a cliff, but at least give us a good 2 months or so of like some greatness. She's also wearing the same kind of handbak Arlene wore when we saw on the floor of death. I remember you guys saying that a lot of them wore the same type of like gi thing or whatever. So, but that's about it. If you guys have any final questions or comments, I'm ready to wrap it up and edit some stuff. But I've pretty much said everything I needed to say. Appreciate you guys coming through as always. I could tell this was a good week because even when I started streaming on Twitch, the numbers were already like in the 20s, and I'm like, oh, something good happened this week or something crazy. So I think for last week, y'all just wanted to see me suffer because Tiara. What did I remind myself? I forgot, bro. I reminded myself. I hurt my own feelings. Not like this, bro. Not like this. That's crazy. If she's what is Headon's role in this? I don't think we have Headon's ulterior motives and goals and ideals. I don't think that's going to be made apparent to us anytime soon. But I do think he has some type of grander, larger goal, and he's done very small things throughout history that have a long-term effect and long-term ramifications on like his plans, on the history of the tower and things like that. So I think he wanted Enkidu to be sealed away for some reason, and this was a manipulative attempt to make him control people. Then eventually it'll try to control Icarus, kill Icarus, and get on Traumer's bad side, or even all the family heads' bad side. I think Headon is playing the super duper ultra mega long game. That's my opinion, though. I take back what I said. The blonde is too pale to Tiara, even different than Icarus blonde from Rachel. Oh yeah. Hey, we were surprised by how many chapters we got with Lutek and Rec. We were. So it's not impossible. You're right. We probably wanted more for the clash with Traumer and Gustang, but we didn't get a lot of that. But okay, and that's it though. Thank you guys for coming through. Just okay. So again, let me just kind of, actually no, real quick. I'm doing this every week now, but real quick. Just Headon is, yeah, he's scheming, but I never didn't think he wasn't scheming something. Oh wow, this last time I checked, this video had 50 views. It's crazy. Just doing this real quick for anybody who's here. This is my second channel where I've been doing long form and short form video essays, kind of detective film noir style. I'm basically doing it like I'm a detective on the case. So if anybody sees any topics here that maybe are interesting to them, I would say give it a shot. And if you like it, subscribe. I talked about what makes a good fight scene, the ride versus the ending and storytelling. I did a Dino Ace recommendation. I talked about Reborn being a legendary series that's forgotten, overlooked. I think Avatar is more, I'm not Avatar, Adventure Time is more mature than it seems. I did an Avatar debate with Korra on The Last Airbender. I talked about why I think Superman is the best. Paper Mario, Scott Pilgrim, Spark the Electric Jester. If you're a Sonic fan or a high-speed movement, if you like high-speed games with good movement and physics systems, especially for Caboose era or adventure era games, definitely check out Spark. I talked about Monogatari and then JoJo and Breath of the Wild being the best game. So if any of that intrigues anybody, I would appreciate it. You know, go follow, like, subscribe, and all that. I'll post it in the chat. Make it easier, but yeah, just wanted that. I'm gonna probably keep doing that because if things don't shake out, this is the channel that I'll be working on the most on in the future. But yeah, you guys be safe. Stay tuned for the big discussion, and I will let you guys know, not the day of, before, when we're gonna do the same thing but with Raw Gang. So if you're an official reader only, you can